Hey everyone, DC Dual Force is a new card game made by DC that is an open beta, and today I'm just going to be doing a quick beginner's guide and the basic rule set on how to play the game. So let's get into it. So this is your board right here. You have 6 slots, and you have your decks right here. This is your opponent, this is yours. You have 40 cards in each deck. You'll have a hand just like other card games. You draw a card every turn. You have your leaders, which is the main thing in the game. Once both of your leaders are KO'd, then you lose the game. So the object of the game is to destroy the other player's leaders. Your leaders have powers. They also have health. As you can see, 18 health right there, and then 21. Your leaders have powers that charge every turn. So on your first turn, your leader will get 1 charge. And then next time you go, it'll have another charge. So some leaders cost 2, some 3, some 4. And there's also effects in the game that will charge it for you. You have your resources. So when the game first starts, you get a bronze resource. There's bronze, silver, and gold. You get a bronze for your first turn. Your second turn, you'll have 2 bronze. Your third turn, you'll have bronze and silver. Fourth turn, 2 silvers. And fifth turn, it is silver and gold, which it caps off at. And there's also some effects in the game that will give you resources or generate them, but we're not going to get into that. And you have your recruits or your minions or monsters or whatever you want to call them. And they have costs right here. As you can see, resources like this one right here is a bronze resource. So you could play this one on the first turn. And also, if you play, let's say you have a silver and a bronze and you just play 2 bronze cards, it will eat up both resources anyway. So you can only play 2 of them a turn. Enemy leaders, that just means who you're going after. They might have different ones than you. They have their own charges and effects they could do, but you just want to take them out. Enemy recruits, just like the minions or monsters, they have attacks and healths and effects. You try to destroy them to get to the leaders. Pretty much if they are in front of the leader, they are blocking for the leader. Alright, playing Dual Force. So in the beginning, you will have 4 cards pop up. Just like other games, you can select however many of these and you could redraw from them if you want to kind of get more of an early game or whatever you want to do. So you can select some and then it will redraw. Put those back in the deck and you'll get other cards. You will draw a card every turn, and there's effects to draw as well. You play your cards. As you can see, Superboy right here, he is a silver resource, so it will eat up a silver resource. He's being played in front of Batman, so he will guard for Batman. You can't get to Batman until you hit the Superboy. KO him, as I should say. Attacking, recruits can attack each other, but also they can attack leaders if they're open, and leaders can also attack recruits. Activating your leader's powers. So Batman, Wonder Woman's actually being casted right now. It takes 2 charges and they're activating it. So you activate it, she will get 4 attack, and then she has an effect as well. With that attack, she can go ahead and attack whoever she wants. The leaders if they're open, obviously. She will take damage back based on how much attack they have as well. You end your turn, your opponent goes, he draws. Alright, as far as building a deck, you will have factions. Your leaders have 5 different factions. Let's just say Superman and Batman. Superman is a might character and Batman is tactics. So building a deck, you will have 20 of each card, each faction from might and then tactics if you go ahead with Superman and Batman. So it's 20 cards for each leader's faction. If you do the same faction for both, then it will be all 40 cards. You want to kind of have a balance. I would say about half your cards should be bronze, maybe a little more or maybe a little less, depending on if you want to go early game or late game. But yeah, you want to have a good amount of bronze cards and then a few golds and then a good amount of silvers as well. Alright, so now let's go through the keywords of the recruits, just meaning the effects of the minions or monsters that you play. So I'll go through most of these real quick. Aura. So when a card has aura, that means it will block the next enemy action, but not a direct attack. It's kind of like a spell shield if you play other games. So if a recruit has an effect like deal 1 damage to another recruit, or you have a card, any card that does something like that, the aura will absorb it and that damage will not happen. and then it'll lose aura. We have guard. Cards with guard, that's just like a tank kind of thing. Guards must be attacked first if they're in the front row, so they just tank. You can't attack any other cards unless you have a hunter, and we'll go through that in a second. But guards tank. Hidden cards with hidden just means when you first play it, it will be in a stealth mode, meaning the next you play a hidden card, then your opponent goes. Your opponent can't attack that hidden card, and then your next turn it won't be hidden anymore. Hunter, this is what we're talking about. Hunters can attack anyone. They don't care about guard or anything like that or hidden. They could just attack. Even they could even go straight to the leaders. Lethal cards is kind of like a poisonous mechanic. If they go head on with another recruit, then it just kills them. Invincible. Superman has this effect, so when you're invincible, you can't take damage or be KO'd. Usually it's just last one turn, so Superman has 7 attack and invincible when he's activated with his charges. So then he attacks someone and he's not going to take any damage from that. Shield, self-explanatory really. The next damage that the shield would take, either by a head-on attack or an effect, it's blocked. Speed means like charge. I think it's charge in Hearthstone. Once you play it, you can attack right away. And that's pretty much it for the keywords. And if you're just starting the game off like me, I do have another video coming out. It's going to be in the description below, or my channel, showing you what deck I built that's doing kind of well with just free to play cards, the beginning cards that you get to kind of help you with deck building in the beginning. Make sure to check that out. Check out my Twitch and Kick. Thank you so much for watching, and have fun out there in DC Dual Force.